Hey, good day everyone, and welcome to the Padre vlog, my YouTube channel. We'll welcome you back on another little bit of instructional video. Now, I know many of you have been saying that you wanted to see my bike, so today you're going to get a chance to look at that a little bit while I install a little cover or a bucket for my under-seat storage. I got this off of AliExpress. I don't know how it's going to work out. But I've invited you along to see how that works. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and hit the like button, subscribe if you want. There's big things coming with some more rides and a big trip at the end of the year. So you don't want to miss out on what that looks like. But today, for the Xmax 300, I have had a little bit of problem with the undersheet storage, just with the hard plastic getting all scratched, and I'm a little bit OCD, so I want to make sure that that stays kind of in good nick. And so the first thing that you do, they do sell these kind of pads, inserts for your bucket, and I thought I'd give this one a try and show you how that kind of goes in. Again, I'm only doing this for the first time, so you can learn along with me. The first thing you want to do is empty out your bucket. So I'll just show you kind of what I have in my bucket. Of course, I have my helmet because the Xmax 300 has tremendous under-seat storage. Just a huge amount. You can fit two helmets underneath there, and plus a couple of bags of groceries if you want to. But this has been great storage, and you want to take that stuff out before you put your liner in. So take out your helmet. Then I have lots of pairs of gloves. I have summer weight gloves, which is what I wear mostly here in Australia because it doesn't get too cold here. So I got the summer weight gloves. Then I've got another pair of a little bit heavier gloves for when it gets a little bit colder. The good thing about the heavier weight gloves is oftentimes they come with protection for your knuckles and your hands, whereas the summer weight gloves don't have hardly any protection at all. So you might think about that if you're into getting some gloves. Then the lifesavers. I used to live in Alaska, and so I've got a little bit of frostbite damage on my hand, so I feel the cold. So when it gets really cold here, and I'm talking single digits, 5 or below, 5 degrees centigrade or below, I will use these battery operated heated gloves, and these are the bomb. And they are expensive, but the H63s I have really found really great. They're kind of an entry-level battery-operated glove, but they got the full protection on the outside there, and they work really well. On low, they'll last you about 6 hours. On high, maybe 2.5 hours. So be able, to keep your fingers warm on a quick ride. Those battery-operated gloves work well. Then the other thing I got in my underseat storage is a handy dandy compressor. This thing is a must if you're going to be traveling. It's a Ryobi little lithium powered battery operated compressor. It is so great. It has a light on it when you fill, so it does great at night, and it's got a little gauge on it, so it's got bar pressure and the other kind, the PSI, is on there as well, so you can choose which one you want to use. And again, the battery is just right there. It comes out, you charge it separately, then you can use that anytime, and it lasts a long time. I've got a lot of top-ups on this before I had to recharge it, so great little thing to have in your kit. The other thing I have is a lock for my wheels, a wheel lock. It's just a bike lock, really, and it's a pretty heavy duty one, and it's really just for when I go into the store, just to put that on there, just to deter some people. And I also have a brake lock as well that I use, but I don't carry that with me often, but I do carry this all the time. The last thing I have is a little toolkit. The one that comes with the Xmax is fine. It has some good little tools in there, but I've added a few extra on there, so those are really helpful. The thing I don't have in my underseat storage at the moment, two things that I want to add before I go on some bigger, longer rides, is a puncture kit and a first aid kit. I want those two things in my underseat storage. I think those things would be very helpful. I haven't had to use those yet, thank goodness, but it would be very, very helpful if you had them. So yeah, so this is what the underseat storage looks like. I'll just adjust the camera here. That's what it looks like without everything in there. And we'll go ahead and get started. This should be a pretty easy installation. You want to kind of get a little bit of all the dust and the dirt kind of out of there before you get started. There's a little bit of dirt in there. Then you want to take your, there's only two bits that come with these little padded inserts, and that is the padded insert itself, and then these little Velcro pads. So you want to have those nice and handy. And the way this works is, I don't know if you can see this, but on the insert itself, it's got a nice rubber back, so it seems like it's pretty well made. And it's got these little Velcro squares. And so what you want to do is, first of all, put that in there. Just make sure this is going to fit. Looks like it fits perfect. Yeah, looks like it's going to fit perfect. What's really cool is it has cutouts for the little light. I don't know if you know this or not, but your Xmax has a little light for nighttime. If you're going to get into your underseat storage, there's a little light. There's a little gap in there, and there's little cutouts for the molded plastics in there, so that it fits just perfect. So what I'm going to do with each of these little Velcros is I'm going to go ahead and pre-stick those on these pads. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-stick those right there, just like so. And I'm going to do that with every one of them. So each one will have that on there, and then I'm going to go through, and as I go through, I'll stick one of these on each square, and then we'll go back through and undo the sticky part and stick it. So there's one, there's two, and just make sure those are on there really well. There's three, so there's three there. There's another one right there. And as you know, Velcro is very sticky, it's very grippy. So looks like that's gonna work very good. And it looks like I have 2 of these left. No, 4 of these left. And it looks like they gave me a few extras. Well, that was very nice of them. So now I'm just going to go through and peel off the white bits. These can always, if you don't have good fingernails, these are always a little bit tricky. These look like they're coming off pretty easy. And you want to make sure that as you're sticking, that you're getting the pad all the way down onto the bottom of your bucket. So it's sitting just so. Again, some of these are a little bit tricky. It's very sticky once you get it off, which is very helpful. So that's very good so far. It seems like these little bits are kind of coming out. I might take a little bit of double-sided tape and kind of tape that out, because it's kind of, the molding is coming off a bit from the side of your box. Now it shouldn't be too big of a problem, because once you get it filled, it should push everything to the side. But again, I'm a little bit OCD, so that's going to bother me if it kind of juts out there like that. Once we get this last one in, we'll give you a full picture of what that looks like all done. That's really cool. They give you extras of those. They must know that you're gonna need them. They must know that you're gonna need those extras. So just a second, sorry about that. So I just want to show you the finished product. Again, where this juts out, I'll just put a little bit of tape to, looks like that might kind of fix itself. But overall, I think that turned out really well. The little added thing that I didn't know was going to be there was this little pocket. This little zippered pocket is kind of cool. So that is a double. It's a little pocket that's just kind of, you can put your tools in, or anything that you might want to keep dry and warm. There's a little pocket there. But overall, I think it was worth I think I paid $20 for that. So I think it was worth it. Yeah, I think it was great. So thanks for coming along on that little short instructional video. We're really thankful that you follow us. Thankful that you are even interested in the Xmax. And if you have the Xmax of your own, you might want to invest in a little under-seat storage padding. So thankful for your watching. Subscribe. Tell me if you thought this was helpful. Share it around if you think it's helpful. And we'll see you on the next video.